Did you know I utilized this microphone to record a podcast that I did with the legendary Gerald Rivers, who is the voice actor for Street Fighters and Bison, also featured in Wreck-It Ralph. He's also in Disney's The Lion Guard and is in Final Fantasy as the voice of X-Death. Yeah, I recorded that entire podcast using this mic in my house, and it did phenomenally well. What is this? This is a ROCCAT Torch. This is cast certified. And guess what? In this video, we're going to talk about why you should pick this up. If you're looking to get into content creating for recording videos, podcasts, voiceovers, or even live streaming, then this, for $100 at the time of this recording, is all you're ever going to need to get started. Let's get into it. Mekel, Kasanova, Hawaii content creator. Hopefully you're enjoying this video thus far. If you haven't already, make sure you sub to the channel, ding the notification bell, that way you stay up to date on all the latest and greatest content that comes from this channel. Before we get this video started, I'm going to give a huge shout out to ROCCAT for sending this over to me for review. This is such an amazing device. This is the ROCCAT Torch. And like I said at the beginning, I did record an entire podcast with Gerald Rivers, the voice of Bison, and so many more characters like X-Death from Final Fantasy, just using this.
And so I'm lucky. I'm grateful that I get to explore and express all these different parts of me in my work.
Yeah. Like, this thing is so amazing. And while there are many other mics within that $100 price range that you can utilize, I don't think you're going to find ones with as many features as this. This is a truly spectacular microphone with 3 different pickups, as well as volume control and gain control. And on the back, there's so many different things. You know, you can control the range. There's contactless muting, and you know, this is removable. You can actually remove this if you wanted to mount it, and I'll show you guys in the video, but this is fully removable and it can still be controlled using this mixer interface while this is mounted on your boom arm. And if you're wondering, I'm going to talk about the build quality. This right here does not feel cheap. This is very premium. There are other microphones that are on the market. This is a USB mic, and this is using USB Type-C, which is another benefit. I'm so tired of microphones that you get, like USB mics using USB Type-A. But this is a mic that you can utilize with USB Type-C. You can mount it on the boom arm. It comes with 2 different cables, a short one for if you have it attached here, and a longer one if you want to put it on a boom arm. And it's very well built. This is plastic as well as grill, like a metal grill. And it's got a haptic sensor on the top where you run your hand over it. It'll mute the mic. But also, if you don't want to do that, you can also tap the button here, the volume control to mute it. You've got your gain interface here. And then you've got your dials, which the 3 dials, you've got stereo on the right here, you've got cardioid, and you've got super silent, and you've got off. And with the super silent, what I really enjoy about that is the fact that if you tend to, you're recording in an area where your voice fluctuates due to getting excited, or if you're streaming and, you fluctuate your voice a lot, that's a good setting to have. You can utilize that in conjunction with using the gain controls that are built into it. And like I said, for $100, there's no other USB mic that is utilizing this type of functionality. Yeah, Elgato has the Wave 3 and the Wave 1 mics, but those are more than $100. And yes, you do get more features. There's software you can utilize with that, which is some of the best on the market. But still, in the end, you're paying $150 to $200 premium. This is only $100 with everything you need, minus the boom arm. You can get like a cheaper boom arm, like a newer or any other boom arm, and you're still going to be coming out like maybe 130, 120 at most for everything. And you can use this with any type of VSTs to, change up the audio, if you're in a room that's noisy, or if you want to like utilize stuff like you got a powerful enough graphics card, like if you got a RTX 20 series or RTX 30 series, you can utilize NVIDIA broadcast to cut out background noise if you're in a noisy environment, or if you want it to focus solely on you. Put it on the quiet setting, the whisper setting, and utilize NVIDIA broadcast, and you're set to go. You're ready with broadcast quality audio. But anyways, I know this is a much longer intro for a video, so what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to go ahead and do an unboxing. I'm going to compare it to other microphones I utilize, from XLRs to USB mics, as well as just my overall general thoughts and impressions on it. It does utilize the new ROCCAT Neon software. It's something that also works with this. So if you want to do a conjunction of using this ROCCAT wireless headset with this mic, you can. Or if you want to just do mic monitoring, you can actually plug your headset into it. You can do mic monitoring, also control the volume of your computer and everything you're hearing straight through here. The versatility options are very insane. So if you want to pick it up, I will have an Amazon affiliate down below. Yeah, like I said, this is a much longer intro than normal. I'm diving into the review, but this is free flowing and off the dome. So we're looking at the ROCCAT Torch, or ROCCAT Torch. I don't know why I was about to say Scorch. ROCCAT Torch. This is a studio grade USB microphone. And basically, you've got your whole base of operations right here, and the microphone itself that you can detach and put on a boom arm if you wanted to. Now, I'm actually quite interested in this mic. One, you can disable the, you can mute do like a quick mute, which is supposed to be touchless. And I'm very curious to see how that works. It's got an integrated pop filter, which is pretty dope. And you got the faders and sliders. I'm quite interested in how this mixer interface is going to work with a streaming setup. Now, as you can see, I've got the XLR, which is one of my main audio interfaces. But I think for like a secondary setup, this will probably be good. Or if I didn't have that, this would probably be really good overall. 24-bit audio, 0 latency, dual condenser capsules, reactive RGB lighting, and 3 selectable pickup patterns. So yeah, I'm excited to go ahead and dive into this and see what all we can expect. So this apparently utilizes AMO, so you could pretty much sync this with all your other AMO devices. And also it's audio tuned by Turtle Beach. In case y'all didn't know, ROCCAT and Turtle Beach are same company. But let's go ahead and see what all do we have here. So got the manual quick start guide. Let's go ahead and check this out real quick, see what you get. It's literally just a manual. All right, file that to the side. You get a couple cables here. You get USB Type-C to Type-C. So this is for the microphone, I guess, from the base station to the microphone. And then you also have a USB Type-A to Type-C. And then you have a smaller Type-C to Type-C. Interesting. And then you have the microphone itself, which is a lot bigger. This is bigger than I assumed it would be. So this is what it looks like. As you can see here, this is the base. I'm gonna detach this so we can look at this separately. But this is the base station. So you've got your different pattern pickups. What is it? Cardioid. So dual band, like front facing cardioid, and then it seems like increase and then power off on. Not too sure. Got the mute button, volume control rocker here. And we got the gain slider, which is cool that this has a slider for gain. And then looking at the back of it, we got headphone input, USB Type-C, Type-C to the microphone, and I'm not sure what the switch does, but we'll figure it out as we go. Plus we have the RGB lighting here. So this bass, okay, so it just goes up and down slightly. All right, and then this is the microphone. It's got heft to it. This does not at all feel cheap. Now, I've used some other USB type microphones, and I'm glad this is USB type C, but I've used some other USB microphones that feel incredibly cheap, but this does not. This is a premium plastic. So we've got, I guess this is the sensor or something to mute the mic. But yeah, I'm interested in diving into this and seeing how this works, because, you know, that's what we do here. Yeah, you know, as a solid unit, you could set it here. The only thing I have with setting it on a desk would be, you know, you run into having to deal with, you know, if you hit the desk or something, you know, getting shocks. So it's better to put it in like a boom arm or something. But we'll set it up, test it out, and I'll let you guys hear it, and you can be the judge. And I'm now recording this using the ROCCAT Torch. I have this currently utilizing the stereo pickup pattern. As you can see, it's powered on. I'm going to set it down. You're going to hear a lot of handling just because of the way I'm choosing to do this video. So right now, this is what it sounds like in stereo mode with the gain all the way up, and it halfway, this is what it sounds like. All the way up, this is what it sounds like. I'm going to put it in cardioid mode, which this is primarily the volume and the setting I want to keep it at. So this is what it sounds like when the gain's all the way up. This is what it sounds like when the gain is at 50%. Now turning it back up, there's one more setting. There is the whisper mode, which automatically controls the gain. So right now, this is what it's like when you're gonna hear it. And if I were to turn it down to 50%, but this is good for if your voice fluctuates a lot. You know, if you get really quiet and you just want to talk and have it pick you up. Or if you get right here in the middle, and this is how I normally talk. Or if you get really loud and you just want to talk and you want it to peak, this is what it's going to sound like. Or if you're right up on your microphone, this is exactly what it's going to sound like too. It's going to sound terrible. But anyway, this is what it's going to sound like. Sorry if I blew your eardrums, but this is what it sounds like as it is here. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm doing some audio recording using the HyperX Quadcast. So I'm literally holding this as I'm recording, so it's going to be like, you're going to hear all the handling noise. So I'm setting on my desk. As you can see here, it is red. I'm utilizing it, and this is what it's going to be sounding like using this as the microphone, the USB microphone that's in comparison to the ROCCAT Torch. And this is audio that is not touched up. This is straight plug in, and this is what it sounds like. So right now I'm recording this using the AVerMedia dynamic XLR mic that they have, and I'm running that through my Go XLR audio interface, as you can see here. And this is what it sounds like. Nothing at all has been changed and altered. Dynamic mics sound best when you have them right up on you for that really crisp sound. The only thing is, even though this has a pop filter built into it, as does this, the ROCCAT Torch, the thing about this is, even with the pop filter built into it, you can still hear my plosives. So the best way to utilize this mic is it has to be directly up on you, or at most at a distance. The further away it is, the quieter it is. Typically, when I'm streaming or recording, I have it at about this distance here. And you'll hear it sounds a little bit quiet. Like I can go in settings and like tweak this a little bit. So if I wanted to like raise the gain on it, I just did. But this is what it sounds like when I'm right up on it. This is what it sounds like when there's some distance. And this is what it sounds like when I put a greater level of distance between me and the microphone. Now, I typically try to go with XLR mics, but given that these, well, this and this are both $100, the thing here you need to think about is, are you going to, you may be thinking, oh, I can spend $100 and I can just get the XLR mic. The thing with trying to do that is you're still going to need an audio interface. Now, AVerMedia has their own, which is the AVerMedia Nexus. I've done a full review. If you want to check that out, the link will pop up more in these corners, and I'll have the link down below. That is about $350. The Go XLR Mini is about $200, but typically it's $250. Or the standard Go XLR is about $400. Now, there are cheaper audio interfaces that are generally about, I want to say, anywhere from $50 to $100, but you're still going to have to learn that. And so your investment overall with getting an XLR mic such as this for $100, or even their cheaper ones, you can get, much cheaper mics. But to get that along with, let me reposition, to get that along with an audio interface, you're going to be paying a premium that you're not going to be paying if you were to get the ROCCAT Torch. As you guys can see, I'm recording this utilizing Audacity. But yeah, the ROCCAT Torch gives you such versatility. It's all built into it. And, you don't have to, for $100, if you're going to use this for streaming, if you're going to use it for, podcasting, for recording, the ROCCAT Torch is a solid mic. But if you want to use XLR, this is a good one. Or you can get the Rode Pod mic, which is, in my opinion, a better XLR mic than this. Or the Rode Procaster, which is the mic that I use primarily with almost everything I do in my other room. But if I'm going to go between this and an XLR mic, it's going to be that and this. But this right here, it's a lot of power in a sleek interface. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mount this so that you can see what it looks like and you can hear it as well. And then we're going to go from there. Okay, so right now I have the ROCCAT Torch mounted on my boom arm, and I have it set to the whisper audio setting. I'm going to switch it over to the cardioid mode, and notice that every time you switch it, the color on it changes. So if I'm in the stereo mode, it's purple. If I am in the cardioid, it's going to be lime green. And if I'm in the whisper audio, it's going to be blue. Now I'm going to keep it here. And as you can see, if I change here, if I move the slider for the gain up or down, that changes here. I want you guys to be able to see that. Which I think is really cool. What's cool about this is if you want to mute this microphone, there is a sensor on the top that you just wave your arm over. And if I do this, over it, then the mic is turned back on. Now, the reason that you want this type of functionality is because you don't want to actually touch a button on your mic, because it'll pick up while, if you're streaming, if you're recording, whereas this is seamless. Then if I just do, I can just, cut my voice in and out, and I don't have to worry about it. But that's one of the things I really love about this mic. This has such versatility in it. And like, you can detach it from the base, and this is the base right here, so you can see it. And it has a live icon, which lets you know that you're recording. But overall, this is everything you need for this microphone. You know, if you got a boom arm, throw it on a boom arm and you can be done with it. You can record audio, you know, for your podcast, for your YouTube videos, for your TikToks. You know, what's also cool about this too is you can run this into your PlayStation 5. Now, you know, if you want to use it that way, you can. I personally, I'd rather use this as opposed to like a dedicated like gaming headset mic. Through and through, this is a very, very, very solid microphone. I highly recommend this one. So, yeah. What do you think about the audio quality of the ROCCAT Torch? Let's get that conversation going. All right, and that's it. That's the review for the ROCCAT Torch. This is an amazing audio interface and microphone that utilizes USB Type-C. If you're looking to pick this up, I do have Amazon affiliate links down below. This is only $100. Also, if you're looking to pick this up from Best Buy, I have a link for that as well. Shout out to ROCCAT for sending this over to me. This is truly a game-changing mic if you're streaming, podcasting, doing YouTube videos, and more. Is it going to compete with XLR mics? I think it actually can if you do a lot of the, like you go and you set up your settings properly. This could easily compete with those. Like, it's not going to sound as great as like an SM7B or a Rode Procaster, but it will sound very good. Like, you could actually put this on the level, I would say personally, of a Rode Pod mic, or any XLR microphone that's within the $100 to $150 range. This is up there with that. But with that being said, what do you guys think? Are you looking to pick this up? Do you prefer other microphones such as the Elgato Wave 1, Wave 3? Do you prefer other USB mics as well that utilize USB Type-C? Whatever your thoughts are, let's get the conversation going in the conversation and comment section below. Like, let's get the conversation going in the comment section below. If you want to take the conversation further, we do have Discord as well as Gilded. Links for those are down in the description below. And all that being said, I'm Mekel Kasanova. I'm signing out. I hope you guys have a great and aloha rest of your day. Deuces wild, too sweet, be the elite. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Mahalo for making it to the end of the video. I really appreciate your support by those of you who like the videos, who watch them, who subscribe. And for those of you who are my Patreon supporters, thank you for your continued support because you help make this possible. If you enjoy my work and you'd like to support what we do have Patreon on patreon.com/MekelCasanova. We also have Coffee as well as Subscribestar. So there's various methods if you want to support the work that we do here. We also have channel membership, so make sure you check that out. That way you get up to date on all the latest and greatest content that comes here and first, and exclusive content as well. And if you enjoy the work that I do and you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. So with that being said, I'm Mekel Kasanova, Hawaii content creator. I hope to see you on the next one. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ding the notification bell. And all that being said, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.